Welcome, welcome, welcome to our second week in May MVP BreastKeepers Podcast session. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so very glad to have you, and we want to just share some additional information. We keep coming up with good talks and good discussions, but before we do, I just want to take a moment to remind us about our BREAST acronym. The B stands for Believe You Can Overcome. The R stands for Provide Resources. The E stands for Educate You on this horrible disease. The A, we want to advocate with you. The S, as survivors, we support. And the T, we are in this together. Now, this podcast session that we're going to focus on today is about a couple of nonprofit organizations that contribute to research. They provide educational resources, volunteering opportunities, for financial assistance, and so much more. Now, keep in mind that each nonprofit organization has its own unique approach to the fight against breast cancer, and they are identified in their mission statements. So with that, I just want to bring some valuable and thoughtful information about the National Breast Cancer Foundation. This foundation was founded by a lady named Janelle Hale. Janelle contracted or was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1980 at the age of 34. And MVP Pam, do you remember how we talked about the trend in breast cancer, being contracted by younger persons? Mm-hmm. And so this happened to her in 1980. She was only 34 years old. She was married and a mother of 3 young sons. And after her journey, there's a story with this, but after her journey, she and her husband founded the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Wow. And it has been going on since then. Yeah. And so over the years, they've done many things. I'm just going to highlight a couple of things that they currently do. The National Breast Cancer Foundation, they put together what they call Hope Kit Preps. And previously, I just mentioned their volunteer opportunities. So each nonprofit organization has opportunities where you can volunteer in their local area. The National Breast Cancer Foundation is headquartered in Frisco, Texas. And one of the things that they provide are what they call Hope Kits. They are filled with thoughtful items that patients have told them are comforting, encouraging, and while they're going under breast cancer treatment. There are fuzzy socks in there, tumblers, tea, a clean beauty product, unscented lotion, lip balm, hard candy, a hope journal and pen. A lot of people do journal for their journeys because I'm not a journaler, but I journaled. Inspirational bracelet. They offer educational resources and an encouragement card. And so persons that are in that area, they can actually go to the website and sign up. Another thing that they do as a part of the Hope Kit event is that they also do what they do prep for the Hope Kit events. And that's part of the process. Sometimes they do what they call a community packing party. This is where volunteers come out and they help the development team literally just set up and do whatever they need to do to get those packages and those kits out to the different entities or persons that are applying for them. Another wonderful thing that they have is that they have an ebook, Pam. And I was like, see, I probably could do an ebook sometime, while I'm so busy doing different things. And they talk about in this ebook some of the things, the challenges that could come with, going through the process. And it's just an encouragement book. It was written by Wendy Harpham, Harpham. And that also is something that the National Breast Cancer Foundation offers. In addition, they also have an ebook, and it's called Men Can Get Breast Cancer Too. And, we mentioned that early on. Yeah. We haven't talked about it much. That is so true. It's rare. People need to be aware of that. They need to be aware of that. Yes, it's rare for men. About 1% of breast cancer diagnosis happens with men, but it's still important to know. And they talked about in the book the signs and symptoms that men may experience. So that's the National Breast Cancer Foundation in a nutshell. But if you go to the website, you can just type in National Breast Cancer Foundation. It'll take you straight to the website.
That's wild. That's a lot of great information. You did a lot of good research.
Yeah, girl, and it was quick.
Go MVP.
So what about you, MVP?
Yeah, so I had two that I want to spotlight this week.
Okay.
The Susan B. Komen, everybody knows about that one. Susan B. Komen, I've done that race several years. It's always fun. People really dress up in all the different attire, but it's a nonprofit and they have raised so much money over the years for breast cancer or just women, period, women and men that suffering with the disease. So I want to share some things I've learned. One, they have a hotline. And we talked about this in a previous episode about they have the 24/7 hotline. And theirs is called, the number is 1-877-GO-COLEMAN. Again, that's 1-877-GO-COLEMAN, KOMEN.
All right.
And then, so theirs is open. And like it says, offers free support from trained professionals. One other thing is their organization, their website is www.coleman.org. So that's www.komen.org. So if you want to get any other additional information about it, about the breakthrough research, everything that they keep up with. One of the things I did want to share is that they invested nearly 1.1 billion, not million, 1.1 billion in breast cancer since 1982.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money that they've raised, that they've invested. And they provide care for over 220,000 people that have received financial assistance and support from Susan B. Komen.
Wow.
So those are two stats I wanted to share. That's a lot, isn't it?
It's a whole lot. And a lot of organizations do it. So for those persons who are caregivers and supporters, you can be the internet surfers for your loved ones, for your family, for your friends, to help them identify what resources they could possibly get.
Exactly. And then one other thing I want to share is give a shout out to my girl, Latoya Dotson. Latoya, lots of love for her.
What's Latoya doing?
She is the founder and CEO of Pink Savvy.
Oh, wow.
And that is Pink Savvy, Savvy spelled with two V's, SABBY. And it's Pink Savvy Inc. And so one of the things I want to share about her and her business is they have a mission. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Their mission is to treat and celebrate the inner beauty of women that are struggling with breast cancer before and during and after treatment. Like it says, they strive to ignite and strengthen the women. And their focus is we are all stronger together. And we know that, right?
Yeah.
And there they have on their site this year showing the storytelling, knowledge is power, how to donate if you want to donate, because they do a lot of different fundraising efforts. And there she is right there. I love that picture of her on the right-hand side with her boxing gloves on. We're about to become a fierce fighter. Blogger. So I love that about her. Yeah, Latoya. So she was actually a speaker at my breast cancer awareness program last year. Phenomenal speaker. Yeah. So but I want to give a shout out about her. And that's local in Tennessee. And anyway, so if you got anything, you need any help with anything, reach out to Pink Savvy Incorporated. You got Susan B. Komen. You got the
National Breast Cancer Foundation.
And then the one we mentioned the other week, you still got the National Cancer Society. It's a nonprofit as well. So there's so many different organizations and nonprofits that can help you in need. We provided you with the numbers, the websites, and everything to give you some background information for if you need someone to talk to at any time, because it's 24/7, or need a site to get information. We tried to do a little research to give you just a starting point for each of these, right?
Right. And when you and I were talking earlier, there are also a lot of local grassroots organizations, and they focus on impacting their local communities. So they're not trying to be national, but they're just working on their local communities. And that's just another way that we can help and everybody can help to just rid this, what we call the dreaded disease. And so Pam and I both, we contribute to, different organizations, but we just want to choose, we encourage you to choose the one that's right for you. If you're a entrepreneur or you're representing your company and they align with your goals and maybe even your own personality.
Yes.
But if you're, if this is the only way that we can actually find a cure is to get out there, volunteer, and definitely contribute. And guess what? Most organizations are nonprofit, which means they are tax deductible contributions.
Yes, yes, yes. Good point. Yes. Especially since we just had tax season last month.
Exactly.
Everybody need all the deductibles they can get.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, that's all I have to share. What about you, Pam? You got it?
That was all I had. So, okay. Our slogan, we say at the end, thank you for giving us something you can never get back. It's your time. We appreciate everybody for joining in with us on Tuesdays. And we welcome your feedback.
Yes.
On your comments that you make on YouTube. Thanks so much for your support. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
See you next week.
Yes, yes, yes.